Good morning, traders. Look like you're ready to go. I know I am. Good morning, JC, Bill VW, Kenneth, Bob Peterson, Alfredo, Chad, Mr. Rodriguez. Welcome to Friday. Stephen. Morning, Patrick. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Flo, who loves lunatic. Man, I hope we get something. We've been getting at least one every morning. But I do only see two numbers up there in the watch list. That's never a good sign. Good morning, David Knight. Good morning, Bob Smith. Me too. I could use a good one. I just need to quit answering support questions when the stock's starting to run. I missed that one yesterday. It was a good run. I think it ran up $1. Good morning, Broke Joe. I have about 2 minutes to go. Make sure your chart's on EXT or you won't be able to buy pre-market. Good morning, Dana. We don't want them running at 1 a.m. We want them running at 6 a.m. There's one with some activity, and it immediately went red afterwards. Higher price stock, Amazon making a move. So there's proof we're scanning not just penny stocks right there. They just aren't moving. And in reality, we're not really scanning anything. We're just monitoring and letting the stocks move and come up to the top. Which one is it? I see it moving and it's jumping around and I can't catch it. ICU, we played this stock before. So good luck, be careful. See if we can find one here. That one's 92 cents. Which one's the better pullback? I don't know yet. They're both looking identical almost. Either one has had a pullback. Now they're both pulling back. This is a good pullback here. It's only paying a penny though. I need something more than that. It only looks good, but there's no money there. 94 to $1. This one's moving a little bit better. There is a pullback here. So if it's going to bounce, this would be the entry. If it doesn't pull down below it. $0.06 between the lines, not a whole bunch of money there. See if ICU comes back in the picture. It went silent. There's going to be a bounce play here, but man, we need some money, not just pennies. Lots of volume right here. 257,000 on that last candle. I'm looking back over here. There's not much to run. We set a level there. Watching ABVC here. That sounds familiar. Sounds like it ran yesterday. 3 penny pushers in a row. That's all they're pushing is pennies. We need something to pop up and really fire up. This is Friday. Where's our blessing? Good job, Who Loves Lunatic. And good morning, Gregster Trades, Alex Tan, Tamimi, Stephen, JC, Sandra, Dusty, Fire Medic, David. We're bouncing around here for a few cents. I'm not going to make any plays on them. Amazon's in the list today. I guess it's got some good news. Good morning, James. Well, as you can see, you didn't really have to monitor all night. You could have just waited till this morning and watch it pop up. If it's going to move, we're going to know. Can you trade at those hours, James? Yeah, me neither. I was hoping if I got a VPN, I could tell it I was in another country and keep trading 24 hours, but they got that blocked out. And I am on a VPN as well. I see you still bouncing around in the channel. Making a move here for a couple more pennies. Kind of a late pullback. 5-6 minutes. It's not too promising. My delay seems to be about 5 seconds this morning, so don't trade off my screen. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 6:30. Let's get past market open. Hopefully something will pop up. You don't know what we're doing. We're monitoring this column here. It's been watching stocks for the last 30 minutes. If they move the slightest, it's going to give them a score. If they start taking off, they'll be obvious here in the volume spike column. There'll be a volume spike right beside it. The higher this number, the better off we'll be. Well, if you want to crack open the piggy bank and collect pennies, this is the one for you right here. 107 to 117. I haven't switched, Flo. And I know you don't want to hear the SPY is falling, but it's falling. And it's falling pretty good. We got some red coming in on the volume spike column. I see you, the only one holding its price. Good morning, big homie. All you got to do is wait till they get through rising here and go the other way. Good morning, Double Dare. Guess we're going to sit here and watch ICU gather pennies until we realize it's up 50 cents. Martina, no problem. That's why I'm here. So if you're new, you should be on the pre-market scan and you click on Momo until the list comes to the top. Don't worry about the rest. Just make sure this one's sorted. Or it is not monetized on the Discord side. The only way to monetize Discord is for me to charge you. But I have a donation box if you want to pay. That's fine. Only thing I don't like about doing it this way is that I'm giving YouTube control of my money. And I've never had a boss. I don't like somebody being above me when it comes to my money. So hopefully I can keep this thing free forever and YouTube cooperates. But when they start trying to control me, that's when we're going to run into issues. They already got on to me one time for saying watch the videos over and over again until you learn them. They consider that pumping up the revenue. What? Because I told my audience to watch the videos more than once, I was breaking the policy. I don't put up with much. ABVC on the move. If I back out of this a little bit, you'll see there was a high back here that it's already exceeded. So now that we've broken through, we need a pullback before the next run up. Let's see if we can get it, come back and retest that 139 level. Ford, I'll probably have to do that in the future. I see so many YouTube channels just getting dropped here lately because of political issues. They can't say this or can't say that. I don't like controlling companies. If that day ever comes, it's gonna break my heart to have to say, hey, y'all have to pay a fee now. I don't want to do it that way. But I'm not even going to worry about that yet unless something happens. We did get the pullback to 139. Let's see if we get a bounce here. We get a bounce here, I'll probably take a position. Actually, I won't. There's only a nickel there, so I'm not going to take a position. I was thinking 3,000 to 5,000 shares, but not for pennies. I'm not going to go that far in debt for a few pennies. So the days you heard me say watch the videos over and over, they actually halted 2 of those videos for monetization that day. Thank you, Ford. APLM, this ran up this morning, one of the first ones. It looks like it's pulled back, now ran into resistance. This one gapped up at market open, and pulled back. That's correct, Bob Peterson. When a company gets too big, they think they own everybody. And I guess I better watch what I'm saying or the rest of them might get demonetized. Good morning, Sonia. Back road. Back road, that's how they do it. And from what I understand, every time I've asked YouTube why, they don't ever have a definitive answer as to why. I actually got into tech support one day and we started talking about issue I was having when I couldn't get the stream scheduled. And I asked the guy, what have I done wrong? And his reply was, I don't see anything wrong. But then he immediately came back, well, what you can't tell people to keep watching videos. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. Then he changed the subject. Good morning, Raphael. Robert, yes, I've had my experience with stock twits. Not for me. I don't like a bunch of forums where people are pumping up stocks and you buy in and they all dump on you. That's what happened to me at Stock Twits many years ago. This is it. This is the one we're on. And then they all laugh at the end. Because I was a new channel and got 35,000 views in a couple of weeks, they thought I was paying somebody to ping the channel. I had to tell them, look, I'm a coder and I'm teaching the stock market for free. It's working. People like it. What do you expect them to do? I don't know what this world's coming to. I guess an end, like the Bible says. Everybody wants to be king, and there's only one king. Flo, they got me yesterday too, and it wasn't Schwab. It just, my personal stock picks watch list disappeared. From the time I turned it on till the time I woke up this morning, it was gone. Another reason I'm going to be changing over to Linux this weekend. Still having the issue if I create a personal watch list, and if I click on the symbol, it deletes it. It doesn't bring it up on the chart, it just deletes it. If I don't watch what I click on, I don't remember what I had stored in my personal watch list. Well, that don't need to be happening. Good job, Dana. Not much happening right now. It's 6:30. Let me go ahead and get started. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office, and I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder. I code my own scripts, and recently, in the last 6 months, I decided to start giving them away They're very profitable scripts. They've actually programmed ThinkorSwim to monitor stocks live as they happen. This was my first creation here, was this volume spike indicator. It's monitoring the volume, positive volume going up and negative volume going down, which is basically the same thing as orders going through if they're selling off or buying. So the number will be bullish or bearish. Then recently I created this indicator here that's watching the stocks for 30 minutes back. So as stocks are slowly growing, they get scored a number. Let's say somebody just buys a couple of hundred shares every 3 to 5 minutes. If that happens over a 30-minute period, it's going to give them a score and put them in the list. Faster they start moving, the higher up the ladder they climb, and then the volume spike kicks in, and it really starts taking off. Once we see one scoring high over here, we immediately go to this volume label, the current volume bar, to make sure there's enough volume in there to get in and get out safely. We also confirm we have a crossover of these moving averages. This is the 5, EMA, and the 13. Once we get the crossover, we confirm we get these spike arrows coming in. And up here, we have a label that's called bullish or bearish, and it's always monitoring the first candle. Let me see if I can find a different stock here to give you a better example. This is better. So you see the crossover, the arrows coming in. We were notified in this range here over on this list. And then the stock took off for a few pennies, pulled back, and took off again. So as the stock is climbing, you'll see this bullish up here. And over here, I coded a program that's monitoring the overall volume of this stock to let us know if there's more buyers or more sellers in the overall volume. And you'll see it bounce back and forth between the two. So to quickly confirm, we see a volume spike over here. Once you do this 2 or 3 times, it just comes natural. Volume spike, you confirm the volume. You see the crossover, green and green, and you make your decision to buy or not. I normally wait on a pullback after the first run up. That seems to be the best way to do this, and it's worked almost every time. Very rarely does that pullback fail. So we started out on YouTube, so if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, I'll post a link in the chat. Watch the videos. You can see how we grew from the older videos to the new indicators. Watch them until you learn. There's a lot of information in the old ones and the new ones. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's how I make a few pennies. Comment on the videos. Let YouTube know how good of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know what kind of a job I'm doing. In the description of every video is a link to our Discord channel. That's where you join all the traders, get all the scripts, the install information. I also have a support channel over there. I'm probably just going to go back to the old one I had. I'm having too many troubles with the ticket system. So I'll get that done today. Just create a normal chat channel so everybody can go to support again. There's a link to our Discord in the chat. Join us. Once you click on the Discord link, make sure you accept the disclaimer and the channels will pop in. To find this setup, it's over in current setup in Discord. You'll see 4 files, steps 1 through 4. Just load them all and you'll have this setup. If you don't know how to install scripts, head on over to the how-to videos. Watch videos 8 for the install, and if you don't know about Discord, watch video 9. Visit our channels. We have the trading floor where Gregster and River Place Dad are doing their due diligence on stocks daily, and they post their best recommendations. Over in the options channel, we have options traders, and It's Me Bob usually is over there. He does a good job at trading options, and he gives pointers throughout the day. He often holds a live stream. when he has enough participants to take you a little bit deeper in depth on options. Visit all the chat rooms, talk to different investors. Everybody's sharing information. Everybody's helping everybody. We're building one big family of traders. And I appreciate you joining us this morning. Maybe we'll find something moving. Good morning, OT. Good job, Dusty. About time for that big runner to happen. We haven't had one for about 2 months now, and they happen every couple months. The ones that don't halt and take you to the moon and give you a couple months' pay. It'll happen. I just don't know when, but we'll catch it when it does. So it looks like quite a few people missed the run on ABVC. The run was down here on this little pullback for the next run up. Everybody thought he was going to run again and started getting back in, and then realized the run was over. So we started channeling up and down. Waiting for this volume spike to take off. This list will probably get longer gradually as time passes. Around 7 o'clock will probably be our next great opportunity to make a trade. That's usually when news comes out at the top of the hour. Hopefully somebody puts out some good news this morning. We can lock in and make a day's pay. Really, I want a month's pay, but a day will do. That's a pretty high Momo number for SMFL. I guess they had news come out, maybe caused the gap up. Currently pulling back like no one was interested. Yeah, I kind of figured it would be a split or a buyout offer. And you don't want to hear this, but the SPY is still falling. So if it falls this week, which it has most of the week, it's not even allowing me to get in a good test on that new scanner. So I'm probably not going to release it until it's confirmed. I have to have things confirmed and know that it's safe to distribute to everybody. So it might not be this weekend. That's because the market's not cooperating. Good job, George. You can see I put that resistance level in here. It's hit it once, twice, 3 times already. It still hasn't broken through. Now pulling back down. Market's starting to act like a Friday. That's what the SPY looks like on a 1-minute chart. That's what it looks like on a 5-minute. That's what it looks like on a 15. See you later, Raphael. I don't think there's anything out there that can compete with these two indicators paired together. I've been at it a long time. It's one of the greatest blessings ever. It's all about the numbers, Ed. Watch numbers. It's about buyers and sellers. Who's winning the battle? The only way you're going to know is count the numbers. Yeah, me too. Them volume bars, they're not. I mean, like I said yesterday, I could trade with just the price and those two indicators. And eventually everybody will be able to, as long as you just keep repetitively using this setup. These are just confirmation for me. My decision to buy or sell is the pullback and the support and resistance levels. And of course, it all starts over here. But it's minimal enough to keep me happy. I don't like a lot of trash on the screen. Call them Christmas ornaments when you get too many. Bunch of flashing lights that do nothing but distract you. Keep it clean, keep it minimal. Goes back to the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what I'm trying to do here. The easier it is to watch, the simpler it is to learn. You're welcome, Robert. Thank you, Ed. Good morning, options trader. Thank you for joining us. We're sipping coffee, watching a boring Friday. Looking for some excitement. We're getting a little pump up here now from APLM. The bullish has kicked in. but it still needs to close a candle above this resistance level. And it may do that. Looks like nobody can find anything to buy, so they're finding the best case stock. And maybe trying to at least pick one out of the group that has some potential. Volume is pretty nice, 174. Are they going to get it done? It did close above it. That's what these numbers do for me right here, and they should do the same thing for you. I took notice right away. I was notified over here, this bullish kicked back in, and look what it did. It only gave a nickel, but I was aware of it. Maybe it'll come down and retest 99.43. Good job, Dana. So it looks like we broke through another level of dollar. Can't read $1.07. If it retests here, it's probably going to run up some more. I'm going to sit on my hands. It's too cheap for me to play, but you guys may want to make lunch off of it. Really need a pullback again to this 107 and then a run up. Bob, you got that right. It's slim pickings here in this market. Always keep in mind that y'all are learning this in the worst market we've ever had. And you're still making a little profit. A lot of people are doing nothing. Can't wait for that bull market. When that happens, I think we're all going to be so joyous and thankful that we stuck it out. Good things to come. Just hang in there. Thank you, James. Going up again. It did come back down and retest that $1.07, like I said, right here. It came back down and hit it and made another run up. These are called pullbacks that I'm calling out. We wait for them to take off, pull back, take off. Good job, back road. Pretty easy profits here, hardly any sellers. It's at the top of the list. It's right on it. I mean, how much control do we need? We were notified right away, right here. So from here to $1 to $1.20, that's a 20-cent run when we were notified by these two indicators. Good job, Sonia. When you're making small profits consistently, you don't need to do anything different to make more money other than just gradually up your share size. Before you know it, you'll be buying thousands of shares at a time. It'll be a little slower before you reach that point because of this market. That's really all you do to make more money is build your account slowly. As you perfect it, start buying greater amount of shares, doing the same thing over and over. Grow at your own pace. Don't ever let me talk you into doing something you're not comfortable with. I'm just telling you the best way to do it is gradually. Good morning, Hollywood. So at 100 shares here, you would have made probably $20. At 1,000 shares, you would have made 200. That's the difference. So it's all about share size. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Phoenix. You're welcome, Hollywood. Not seeing that BKYI in my list. Is it below 25 cents? APLM still rising here, still doing the pullbacks. Sonia, I have not. I know the options traders are loving it, and the futures traders figured it out. I would imagine if it has volume, it works the same no matter what currency you're trading. Yeah, it all depends on where you have your minimal price set. Mine's set at 25. So if it starts at 18 cents, that's below my minimal threshold, and it won't show up until later. So if you like the cheaper stocks, make sure your minimum price range is down below them. Watching ABVC took off again here. So don't chase green candles here. Wait for a pullback. If it's strong enough, it'll run again. That's why you don't chase them. Running again for a few more pennies. Another nickel there. When these indicators are pointing up like this, pointing north, and you see these pullbacks, don't be afraid to jump in for a little. When they're that far north, it's pretty strong. Yeah, it's getting up there. I wouldn't chance it past this point. We've already had 1, 2, 3 run-ups. I mean, are we going to get a fourth? It's starting to get questionable. But you know, I've seen them peg the RSI line and just keep it up there at the top and run to the moon as well in the overbought position. That's why I quit using RSI. And the stochastic slow. It's a good one too if you want to catch bottoms. But when they get too oversold, and I don't know why they call it oversold, because I've seen them stay in that position for hours, or overbought, same thing. It'll run in the overbought for hours. Got one moving here. PKYI finally popped up. It started back at 18 cents. Was called out by a subscriber who knows what he's doing. See you later, Dana. Have a blessed one. If you're new here, I'll do a demo walkthrough about 7:30. These are the 7 o'clock people tuning in, catching the ones that we've already seen moving, and they're pumping them up a little higher. Good morning, Robert. Looks like it's got a little more to go. I'm watching the labels. There's a high percentage of buyers. It's bullish. Not seeing any red coming in. It must be going to pop pretty good. Of course, we don't know that, so don't jump and buy because I say things like that. Definitely holding this price level. There's that pop I said was going to happen. Wasn't much of a pop, but I knew it had more in it. Just by watching these labels is how I determined that. Still going, still pretty strong, nice volume coming in. Nice run. I think we're going to pull back here. Definitely set a new level. And it may not be over yet. We're back to bullish and buyers. Pretty high percentage. It's only up 40%. We've seen these things go to 200%. Still nice volume. So that was a 23-cent run when it broke out from here. Buyers coming back in. Don't know if I would chance it at this point. Robert, you got to be on limit orders. You can't buy market. I don't believe in pre-market. Daniel, I'll do that at 7:30. It's actually more than two indicators. It's all working as a group. They're all tied in together. Even these white arrows are tied into these volume spikes. So I have this label up here, this bullish and bearish, and I have this one down here, and this one all tied in together. They're all running on the same formula, just a different format. Maybe going to run up here and retest $1.82. Volume is dying off, though. We were in 250,000, remember? Now we're down to 73. Probably wouldn't chance it between these two support and resistance lines. The run is probably over. Good morning, International Trucking. Good morning, Money Man. So we may get into the channeling range here between these two indicators. You may can play it. If we bounce off of $1.59, there's a chance it could go back to $1.82. We didn't really have a support or resistance level between these two. Didn't quite pull all the way down, but it may go back up and retest $1.82. And it's coded into this V4 script. I can break it out of there if there's so many requests. I can pull it out and make it its own indicator if you want to use it with the strategy you're used to using. But I don't think I offer it individually. Yes, V4. If you go to current setup, it's step number 1. It's going to come with all these moving averages, these arrows, this label up here, this bid in the ask. All in one step install, they'll all be there. And step 2 is this label down here. Step 3 is the V spike. Step 4 is the Momo indicator. Those are the 4 current files that we're using this morning. Also the latest versions of my coding. I know if something new comes along, this is going to be hard to put back in the corner. I think I'm going to be stuck here for a while. And I don't even know if I could come up with anything any better. This seems to be doing like the best performance ever. It was a great blessing to run upon getting this done. And yes, I was stuck on it for quite some time. And as always the case, I was overthinking it. All right, let's get this demo out of the way. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I started out with ThinkorSwim way back then, before it wasn't this pretty and famous. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I write my own scripts. The birth of this setup started with this V-spike indicator. I was trying to figure out how to get rid of that paid scanner I was giving up $800 a year for. ThinkorSwim said it couldn't be done because I didn't have access to orders, buyers, and sellers, and I figured out how to get the buyers and sellers out of the volume by watching the volume as it fell and the volume as it rose. And I coded this script to tell me, is there more buyers or sellers? And it's indicated by bullish or bearish and by a percentage of the number moving up or down. Once I mastered this one, a lot of other indicators were born off of it. I'm watching the stock. If I quit talking, I may take a position. Once this one was perfected, a lot of them were born off of it, including this Momo indicator. So I programmed this one to watch the market for 30 minutes back. So if anything moves in the last 30 minutes, it's going to give it a score. It's going to let us know it's barely moving. It's starting to creep up. They usually start with number 1, and they'll work their way all the way up as high as they want to go. As the buyers are coming in, the stock will work its way up to the top. In some cases, they'll just start at the top if the buyers hit it hard enough. Once that happens, I created the pullback strategy over here. And I incorporated these arrows, which are spikes coming off of this script. And then I wanted to know about this candle. I wanted to know if this candle had more buyers or sellers in it, so I created a label for it that told me bullish or bearish. Then I had to look at the bigger picture and determine, out of the entire volume of this stock, is there more buyers or more sellers? And that's where this label came in. So they were all born off of this one, and it's worked out fantastic for me and everybody. Worked out so well, I decided to give it away, start helping out struggling investors. I've got professionals on board all the way to beginners, all the way down to people that don't even know about ThinkorSwim. They run into this indicator, and they're interested. So I started posting them on YouTube, and if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I'll put the link in the chat. Join the YouTube channel, like the videos, watch the videos, comment on the videos. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job over here. It also lets me know that I'm doing a good job. In the link, in the description of every video, beneath the video, you'll find a link to our Discord where everything resides. All of the scripts, the help, the investors, the trading rooms are all over in Discord. Here's a link to our Discord. Once you sign up, make sure you click the disclaimer so you'll see the channels. Don't be afraid to click on the channels, explore every area. You'll find these scripts over in current setup. Make sure you go over to the how-to videos. If you don't know how to install scripts, labels, and indicators, watch video number 8. If you don't know about Discord, watch video number 9 as well. Visit our trading floor where we have Gregster and River Place Dad posting their stocks. They do their due diligence all day long. They post some pretty good stocks. You may want to pay them a visit. We also have Options Trader, where people are trading options. We have It's Me Bob. He's really good at options. He gives his pointers throughout the day. Occasionally, he holds a live stream when he has enough participants. Takes you a little bit deeper in depth on options. We have other channels as well, large cap stocks and futures. Visit those channels if you're interested in Amazon, Tesla, those kind of stocks. Or in the futures, you can click on that channel and explore. Never trade off of my screen. These live streams are sometimes delayed by minutes instead of seconds. This morning it seems to be running pretty good. A couple of seconds and it's active. Over on Discord, I stream as well. It's right on the money in Discord. But I bring everybody over to YouTube because that's where I make a little bit of money. The more people I have on YouTube, the little bit more YouTube may give me. So I thank you for joining us this morning, and I thank you for your support in joining and clicking the like button and commenting on the videos. Share this information with other traders that you know. Let's build one big community where we're all helping each other. As people learn, reach out and help someone. That's why I started this. Start paying it forward and the blessings will start coming your way. All right, let's wait for another stock to move here, which probably won't happen, but we did have one take off at 7:30 yesterday morning. A rare instance. Miller time, it's worth the trouble to be able to make money. I'm not 100% happy with ThinkorSwim either, but I put the troubles behind me and concentrate on making money. They all have their issues. I don't care if you think you have the perfect platform. There's some issues there as well. So this one's free. The commissions are free. Of course, they're not really free. We know that. They're going to get it somehow. But it's a simple platform. Once you learn it, you realize it's not as tough as you thought it was. Daniel, it's listed. If you add the 4 files over in current setup, you'll have everything that's here. You must have missed one of the indicators, or that you installed it and you don't know where to find it to move it over to your watch list. So watch the video number 8 and how-to videos. It'll walk you through everything. I can't explain it more than that video, so do me a favor and watch the video. If you still have issues, I'll contact you and help you. Good morning, Marilyn. Thank you, Double Dare. Good morning, Spy. Yeah, it's 7:31. It's not happening. Maybe they need to interpret the news if something comes out. It's not likely at 7:30. I was kind of shocked by the one yesterday at 7:30, and that sucker went up $1 overall. And it was a cheaper stock, I think $1, maybe $1.60 when it fired. I'll have to watch yesterday's live stream to figure out what it was, because I don't remember stock symbols. I only watch these numbers here. I could care less what it's called. I just want the numbers. Sometimes I make money, I have to go back and look, what company was that? Why did it go up? I only watched the numbers. I don't even watch news. You've heard me say that before. If it's good news, it's going to show up right here. If it's bad news, it's going to show up right here. Many times you guys tell me there was news. Well, can we really trust the news? I think we learned a lesson over that one. Is there really a war going on? But I'm not supposed to talk about that, so I'll shut up. I did get a notice. Don't you mention Ukraine or nothing. That's the disappointment that I face. Part of it. Should have did a screenshot and took it over to my local attorney. Yes, it has. I haven't played it. I'm looking for something in the $5 range where I can gain $1. I don't want it to take me 2 hours to get $1. So I kind of stayed away. I'll play these cheaper ones sometimes when they look really promising. Well, most of the time I'm rattling my jaw and somebody calls it out, hey, you're not looking at your chart. And I get corrected really quick and realize I missed it. If I'm late, I don't even click the button. If I can't catch it right at that pullback, I'm not interested. This would be a pullback play if it's going to run up again. It has not broke through this support level. Not seeing it building up like it was earlier on the other stock where I was saying the buyers are here, it's bullish. I'm not seeing that here. Got to pay attention to the labels. They're going to tell you the story. You also need to watch over here. Closer we get to 8 o'clock, things will start selling off. Even these little penny stocks they'll be taking their profit before market open so they can lock something in fear of not losing it if the market gaps down when it opens. So we'll start seeing some red in this column the closer we get to 8 o'clock and after 8 o'clock. If they're going to pump one up, I'm going to leave this pre-market scan open so that that stock will show up before 8:30. It'll be in the pre-market. If everyone decides to jump on a couple of stocks and pump them up before market open, they'll show up here. Just be careful because just before market open, they may sell off on you. So we are playing between this channel like I described earlier. It may come down and run up back to this level here. At 8 o'clock, I'm going to take a 10-minute break as I normally do every morning. About 8:25, we'll set up for market open. Until then, we're just going to monitor what's happening here. Go fill your coffee cup up. We're in the slow part of the morning. Pre-market is slowing down. Sellers will start coming in. There's hardly ever any news comes out at 8 o'clock. Guess everybody knows that's when everybody's going to make a decision to hold what they got or get rid of it. It's kind of a bad time to release news. APLM seems to be a little strong here. You look at the overall trend, it is trending up. Just don't know how much more it has in it, so we play pullbacks and pick up what we can. Johnny, you have to join the Discord. Everything resides on Discord. Once you join it, accept the disclaimer or you won't see any channels. There's the link to it. Are you familiar with how to install scripts and labels and indicators? Then just go to current setup and follow steps 1 through 4. You are welcome, and God bless to you as well. I have a feeling APLM is going to get pumped up here before market open. It's looking positive again. Bullish just popped in. Buyers are coming in. You get a little bit closer picture here. There's a lot of people selling also on the active trader. They're about equal on buyers and sellers. I'd like to have seen it break through that resistance level and get a little higher and then pull back down. Right now it's struggling. Looks like they're going to push it up. Just be careful this close to 8 o'clock. When it reverses its price, so there's a pullback. This is not really a reversal. If it becomes a pullback, it's not a reversal. It's just the sellers before the next run up. I'd really like to see it pull back down to here before that run up. But it could just run up. It all depends on how many buyers come in. That's why I watch this column over here. I really want to know if it becomes bullish. There, it's becoming bullish again. I'm watching these labels as well, 100%. It's pretty strong. That's not a very powerful pullback that we had, though. This would be like the fourth or fifth run up. I think it's the fifth, maybe. So I would be careful in this area. Just because it's going up doesn't mean buy it. Keep that thought in mind. And don't play these stocks to make money. Play the setup. Don't worry about the money. Play the setup. The results of playing the setup correctly ends up being your profit or your loss. Take your mind off of money. Concentrate on the setup. The money will follow. So there's going to be some people taking profit. They probably got in down here on the dip. There will be some profit takers in this area. We're not bullish anymore. Ed, I say use them however it works for you. You have the capability of modifying codes, more power to it. Maybe you can help me sometimes. I get stuck too, even though I've been coding for years. I think we all do. Especially when you have nothing to follow, you're trying to program your thoughts. And that's what I did here. I had nothing to follow. Had to put my brain in an indicator. What are you doing in your head if you didn't have these? And then write it in a code. think these two indicators, I think this setup's going to be here forever. I really do. I think I nailed it. It's going to be hard to leave it behind. It's probably not going to let me leave it behind. It's performing so well. My confidence is so high. My trading is so relaxed. No anxiety. It's going to work. If it doesn't, get out. I don't give myself the credit. A lot of prayer went into this indicator. Lord, what am I doing wrong? Am I overdoing it? Am I underdoing it? And you can't find help if you're the creator. Who do you go to when it's in your own head? There's nobody out there. Bless you, George. So I give the man upstairs all the credit. I'm just a sheep. He gives me the answers when I need them. Good morning, Vaughn. I think the greatest blessing of all is that you guys are my confirmation that this works. I'm watching other people make money off of a blessing that was answered. What more could a man ask for? So coming up on that 8 o'clock hour, there's still that chance that this stock could be pumped up, and about 8:15 they'll probably drop it. So let's see if that happens. I'm just going on past experience here, not by these indicators. I just know that when a stock does this in the mornings, it had its pullbacks and it had its run-ups, but it's never sold off. Pretty much each dip you could have got in. The indicators are right on top of it. Ed, I have a room over there. It's called Member Shares. If you want to share it with other members, post it in there. It'll draw a lot of attention. So, Ed, if you ever modify one of my scripts, make sure you clarify that if you share that script in Member Shares. I don't want to offer support for all of the changes that members do because I don't know what those changes are. So make sure you offer support for it if you do post it in there. Just make the comment. If there's any questions, private message me. When you get thousands of people making changes to your scripts, people will always go back to my support and ask me, what's the issue with this? And I may not know it. So I don't care if you modify them, but you got to claim them as well and offer support for them. I'm watching a stock VVPR taking off here now. It's kind of late in the morning to run up. Don't know how far it will possibly go after the 8 o'clock hour. Seeing 100% buyers, it is bullish. Looks like it has not traded yesterday at all. So this could be a pump, so be careful of pump and dumps. I really don't want people changing my scripts and sharing them, but you mentioned to me it was a watch list column. So it's not a change that you made that's going to look exactly like mine. So if you change it totally and use some of the code, that's absolutely fine. But don't put out another V4 or V6 or a V spike or a Momo that looks exactly like mine and you made changes to it, because then I'll get lost. So if it looks like mine, don't post it. If it looks unrecognizable and it looks like your creation, I don't have an issue with it. I was wondering where this stock was going to go. It didn't go far after 8 o'clock. They would have done this at 7 a.m. It would have probably got all the buyers and ran on up. Good morning, old thumb, if I didn't tell you. Yeah, I kind of figured it was a pump because it wasn't trading previously. We're at 8:06. We're in the dead spot in the morning. I'm going to take 10 minutes here, stretch my legs. When I come back, we'll set up for market open. I'll see you shortly. Okay, I am back. Vaughn, it's pre-programmed for the 5 and 13. If you want to change it to 8 and 21, you can. I don't suggest it. You're going to scalp stocks. You need them closer than the 8 and 21. You can verify that setting by going to Studies, Edit Studies, click on this gear icon by V4. And 5 and 13, it says EMA here on these two columns. Smaller number goes above the larger number. Good morning, David, Melanie, Trader. You are welcome. So since last Friday, we've had 192 people join us. Another blessing. I go out occasionally because some people subscribe and they never figure out how to click the disclaimer button, which is the second step. I don't know if they're bots hitting the channel and they get trapped or if it's people trying to sign up. But I go in and delete them. That's why you'll see the Discord numbers fluctuate up and down. So out of that 192, there'll probably be 30 or 40 that either didn't complete the sign up or was a bot trying to post their spam. Haven't seen any lately. Hopefully we overcame that. About 8:25, we'll set up for market open. It doesn't look like they pumped anything up before market open. It is Friday, so be careful. That usually starts selling off. You may see some green arrows or green candles right at the start. I don't buy those first green candles. I wait for pullbacks and play the pullbacks. Hopefully there'll be a couple of good ones. We can make a couple of trades be done for today before 9:30 when I sign off. All right, let's change over to, we're going to move this all stock scan up here. Make sure your EXT changes to day on your trading chart, on your platform. Down here, I'm going to put the new scan and see what happens. I wish I could make it a lot taller because there's a longer list here. But in reality, we're only interested in these top ones. So at market open, this column's going to go crazy. It's going to be red, green, red, green. It's going to fade in and out. We're going to be monitoring these top ones. And you'll feel like you missed them, but you really didn't. You want to wait on a pullback. If you want to gamble, you can take a shot at one for quick profits. As it's doing that first green candle, I don't like risky plays, so I probably won't, but sometimes I'm guilty of doing it as well. APLM is holding strong, still in an upward trend from here to here. Pedro, it definitely is. You got to have a lot of discipline. So we may be having that sell-off I mentioned just before market open. These will be the people in profit getting clear back to cash. They don't want to lose it on a gap down. The SPY looks like it's setting up to go down at open. Kind of been trickling down, up and down, but more to the downside in pre-market. About a minute and a half to go. Minute 44 seconds. About a minute to go. APLM did hold its price. It's still in that price range. I set this level because it's been hit multiple times. Good luck to everybody. You got about 15 seconds. Be cautious, it's Friday. Here we go. So watch these numbers. You want to see these numbers increasing. That's ENPH, a little pricey, but it is flying. And I did get a refresh right at market open. Penny stock looks like it may have halted here. APLM pulling up a little. The SPY is drizzling downwards, so these gains may not hold. NVOS is in a halt. We're back to red in the column. LIAN looks pretty strong here. Made it to the top of the list. Now dropping. Now back up. So we'll mark this low down here. We get a pullback here would be good. We did get a pullback. If we can get it marked out wherever it ends up. Or it could just run up from here. That's where you got to really watch. I'm waiting for indicators to pop in. That's what I'm waiting for. Needs to reverse its direction. Nice pullback. Going to probably run up from here. Not confident yet. So the SPY is falling. It's probably going to affect everything. We may get a run up. It's holding its price. Every now and then they're selling. Dropping down the list, that's showing me weakness. So that was LIAN. Let's take a look at APLM. Go back to LIAN if I can catch it. Well, I'm trying. I can't find it. There it is. So we broke through the upper resistance. If we bounce off of it, we may get a few cents out of it. Definitely having issues in KGN. There's a nice pullback. Would like to see it come down to about here. There we go. If it doesn't sell off, and it is selling off, that's the big red candles you like to avoid. That was a failure. That's why we monitor closely. We don't want to get trapped in stuff like that. I can assure you it dropped a lot faster here than it rose on this side. APLM still struggling. Definitely acting like a Friday. As people buy on Fridays, the ones that were holding are getting out, holding everything back. The SPY is falling still, getting red into the column of the volume spike. Nothing was a secure buy this morning at open. We had a few pullbacks, nothing positive to get back up there in the green. APLM still struggling at that price range. Nothing pounding the top of the list up here. Nice pullback on IBRX. Going to take a position here, and it won't let me have it, so I'm going to cancel. Didn't let me in. Don't know if that was a ThinkorSwim flaw or not, but I should have got that. Don't know what happened. And it would have been a good one, of course. That's awful. That should not happen. When you nail one, you want it, right? That was probably one of the best plays this morning for aftermarket open. Well, we had a play here, but I didn't get executed. Stefan didn't get his. So who's controlling the money flow here? Vaughn didn't get his. Evil forces at work. I done lost all hope in this one. Yeah, when three of us don't get filled, it's like yesterday. I couldn't even click on the stock and bring it to the chart. I had to get out and get back in. What the heck? Good job, Dusty. Looks like ICU found a dime. But that would have been a very volatile play. Probably no one would have held on to that. Meta moving. I wish it would crash. That was a personal feeling there. Rick, it's got to be a ThinkorSwim issue. They're making everybody buy Meta. I don't know anymore. I just think we're controlled. I really do. NWL on a pullback. Thank you, Alfredo. I like it when you guys are doing my work. I can't watch them all. That's what happens when you become a group. Harder to miss something. Would like to see this pull back and sit on that line for a minute. Need to sit right here. There's a possible 20 cents in there. 18 maybe. Going to have some profit takers from this run. You get rid of that line and set a new level. If it stops pulling back. Going blank over here in the column. SPY making a small bounce. The downward spiral is probably not over. So I just got a text. I need to show up on a construction site. So at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be calling this an end. 30 minutes early. But I got to do what I got to do. It is payday for everyone. Good job, Stefan. Not the greatest volume on this stock. Amazon trickling up. Meta right below it. Little penny stock trying to make an effort. Yeah, the SPY did lose that little bump. It did move down like I said it would. Probably not over. Going black, it's Friday. There's always Monday. Little penny stock still trying. It's at the top of the list. Got a good score of 11, 13 now. Little bit bullish. Just give me a month of a bullish market and I'll make a year's pay. Just 1 month. Give me 30 days of green. See you later, OT. Have a blessed weekend. See you later, Cody. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Have a blessed weekend. See you later, George. I got about 10 minutes before I end the stream. I appreciate everybody that joined this morning. You're all my brothers and sisters. I want you to have a blessed weekend. Even though this Friday's not so hot, it doesn't matter. We know we got something that works. We just got to wait for the setup. Thank you, Melanie. Have a blessed weekend. You too, Johnny. You too, Stefan. You too, Spy. Greg. And Ed. See you later, Old Thumb. Money Man. Coach. Alfredo. David. Y'all all have a blessed weekend. Give yourself a break away from the market. Clear the mind. See you later, EJ. Thank you, Wayne, for that donation. It always helps. Nice move on BRX, IBRX. I'm staying clear. I'm done for today. No trades. Saved the money for Monday. Now we just have a bunch of maybes popping up. See you later, Broke Joe. See you later, Go For It. So this is that new scan I'm testing. If I just start clicking down the list, you can see how the stocks look. It is Friday, but it does have quite a few risers in it. Good job, Marilyn. See you later, Ruth. God bless. Good job, Danish. Marilyn, exactly. That is the correct answer. Buyers and sellers, volume and price action. It all goes hand in hand. Thank you. I'm grateful too. IBRX just wants to go. Too bad it wasn't a Monday morning, not a Friday sell-off. It may trickle up all day, you never know, but I'm not going to sit here and wait on it. IBRX still pushing, slowly but surely. Don't know how far it'll go with the SPY falling. See you later, JC. God bless. You too, Stephen. Good job, Vaughn. God bless. Have a blessed weekend. See you later, Alex. I'm going to call it here as well. Bless all of you. Have a nice weekend. Don't let your stress level get to you. There's always Monday. Fridays are typical of sell-offs and holding stocks back. The SPY is trying to make a little run up, but probably won't hold. That said, God bless. Have a nice weekend. I'm going to end it here. I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.